All right. Well, welcome back to another edition of Good Morning Hospitality. And in today's episode, we are going to be reviewing our predictions that we shared at the beginning of the year and seeing how accurate they were.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I think we should get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. Dude, I am loving that new intro. I'm into it, right?
Good morning, Sarah. I like that. We had the beat. I was jamming in the back. I love the new music. Beatboxing Sarah. If you're not watching, we're seeing it.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. So 2 weeks. I've missed you for 2 weeks.
I know, it's crazy. Because you were gone one, I was gone one.
So tell me, like, how have you been? I saw you've been traveling. I know you did
a lot of traveling.
You texted some not so great news.
I was just laughing as I was sending Sarah a text yesterday, because as we all know, if you listen to this show, Sarah is really the ambassador for all of Delta, and she loves Delta Airlines so much. I was like, you know what? She influenced me to travel on Delta, and I took 6 Delta flights in the last 10 days, and every single one of them delayed.
How much were they delayed?
Some a couple hours, 30, 40 minutes. Weird. I had to do a Home Alone sprint through the airport.
Oh, in Atlanta?
In Atlanta.
Oh, well, now that's that's like a rite of passage.
Terminal A, sprinting. Oh my God. I'm like, you just made it. I felt like Kevin McAllister, where he hits the gate agent and all the tickets go flying right when I got there.
You sent me that text yesterday, and it made me so sad because, you know,
you don't even work there. I was just messing with you, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna take it to heart." Like, I can't.
I was so sad because I was like, first of all, like, we all know, like, so many factors can go into it, you know. And I'm like, I've done like over 80 flights this year, most of them with Delta, and I only had 2 that were slightly delayed, and they were recently, actually, over Thanksgiving. So I'm like, I don't know if it's because it's like right now. I mean, I even have like a tracker that tracks how many hours I've been delayed, and it's in the entire year, in over 80 flights, I think I'm only at 5 hours delay, which is not very high.
But I will say, I did like the Delta Lounge in Atlanta, where I got to hang out twice. Very nice. The one in Miami is good too. So I like their lounge. I get to hang out. So I look at the positives, and I got to get in there. They were rejecting a lot of people, and they rejected one of my business partners who they're like, no, you don't get to come in. You didn't get enough points. The Modest American Express. So it was interesting to see, but got to travel a lot these last couple of weeks. I was in Asheville, North Carolina yesterday. And in the city of Brevard, a little town outside of Asheville, staying in some tree houses, which could become in one of our next projects.
Love it.
Man, being in nature with a river going, a chilly 30 degrees, a little fire. Wow. I slept so good. Amazing.
Nice.
I haven't had that experience before.
Nice.
Really, really good. So I want to do more of those, and I hope I can bring that to people as we continue to grow our brand. But yeah, it was awesome. And what about you? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
I know. I was visiting my mother and my family in Pennsylvania. 2 weeks ago, I did the show from Pennsylvania, which was lovely. And yeah, I mean, I've been laying low a little bit, wrapping up all. I have, you know, for those that know, I mean, all of us, like, we all have a bunch of projects, but it's been like laying low. Let's just wrap up all of these end of year projects. So we can kind of start the new year with a clean slate. And so it's just been at home working hard on that. I wish it was more exciting, but that's all. That's all, really.
All right. Well, listen, you always are very excited. I think you need some time to decompress, which is good. But we've got a lot going on this show today.
Yeah, we do.
And I don't remember our predictions, but I know Will, our fantastic producer, has been hard at work. Will's in the background flipping our predictions. So I'm not sure if we're going to look like Nostradamus here, or if we're going to be embarrassed. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a mix. I think it's going to be a mix. So yeah. All right. So should we get started with the first prediction?
Let's get in there. Let's get into the first prediction. Let's see how we did. There's something I'm seeing. and actively working on too. So this is where I think could be interesting is I'm going to say unique and boutique properties are going to continue to grow and be the places people are going to seek out. You and I both spoke at the Select Registry conference, and we saw a lot of those bed and breakfasts.
Yes.
And I was actually so inspired that I reached out to them. I said, I want to interview like 5 of them and put a story together about these bed and breakfasts.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because especially the one that we gong in and gong out on, like that's where we get that from, if you've been watching our show. But I think these unique and boutique places will be what people seek out. And I think we already started seeing a little bit, but the big brands will get more and more involved in these by buying them up. We saw some of the outdoor experience stuff happen. So I include the unique and boutique in the outdoor hospitality. I think that will continue to go. And now I should be able to start sharing some more soon. But we got the approvals to do the project I've been trying to do, this micro resort on a farm in Miami for a while.
Very cool.
I'm leaning into this myself. So not only am I talking about it, but I'm actually going all in on it as well. So
I love that.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I think that was correct, sir.
I think that was a good one.
It was a great one.
By the way, I think we both aged pretty good this year as well. Looking back 1 year ago, I feel way more handsome today than I did in that one.
Oh no, my hair was on point in that one. So I was like, okay, we need to go back to that.
All right, but I think a very good prediction, unique and boutique. We saw a lot of these brands, big brands, buy up companies this year. And I wish I had them in front of me, but I know that Marriott bought some of these brands. We talked about Hyatt, and Hilton did it as well. It's amazing to see that was a good guess. And then I talked about the project on the farm. We signed the lease since then.
Exactly.
We're now building. We raised money. Construction is going to be starting here soon. All right. I like that prediction. That was a good one. And so what do you think? We've talked about this a lot this year, didn't we? On unique and boutiques.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like, we've seen this continually discussed. Obviously, you know, I mean, you have a front row seat for the outdoorsy sort of space, but absolutely leaning heavily into unique and boutique stays. Again, the big brands totally following through. So well done, my friend. Well done. You hit the nail on the head with that.
Well, I'm excited to see what the next one is. I think, Sarah, you're up next. And let's say good morning. Let's say good morning to a couple people. We got Paul here. And Paul was texting me yesterday, like, you better be right on your predictions. And I was like, hey, Paul.
Ooh.
And Christelle saying good morning from Palm Beach. I haven't been up there in a while. I need to get back up to the Colony Hotel up there and say hello to my friends.
I need to come visit you guys in Florida soon. Next year. All right. Next prediction. Let's see. I think people are really going to be double downing on workforce development. It's, you know, we're now several years out of the pandemic, kind of finding our stride. As somebody who visits multiple large cities in the year and stays in multiple types of hotels, from, you know, smaller properties to you name it, talent is still very challenging. And I think at this point, and I had said this before, is that what businesses really need to do is invest in their employees so that it helps make them feel like they're part of something, and you have more employee retention. It increases employee retention. So I'm feeling like now we're kind of seeing a bit more of that. I've been pleasantly surprised with the hospitality that I've received in places. So I feel like it's been like they turned the volume up on it, you know, whereas for a while, people just did not care. And you could tell, and it was so. Okay. So first of all, double downing, wrong part of how you say that word, doubling down. All right, guys. All right. That's been corrected.
You're wiser than Sarah a year ago. You see?
Oh my God. Sometimes when I think too quickly, it just doesn't come out the same way. I think that's accurate. I think that was, that's so good.
Thank you, Paul.
I love it. I love it. Oh, everybody's bringing the funny this morning. Keep bringing it. I think that's accurate. I think that we saw a lot of big brands that were really shifting and focusing more on their employees, their employee development, just across the board. I mean, there's obviously been a lot of shifts and changes depending on market, but in general, I feel like that's been something where companies have turned inward, so to speak. What did you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that hit my mind when I was looking at that was that Hilton was named the #1, place to work, not just
Yeah,
in hotels, but I think it was like across the board. And
you're right.
so to do that, you really need to be investing in people and how you're training
Mhm.
them and giving opportunities.
Totally.
And we talked about these a couple times this year with Marriott doing that and how you develop
Mhm.
young leaders and how you give them these opportunities and all the benefits that kind of were taken away are now
Yeah,
coming back for people to be able to travel and experience. That was one of my favorite things that kind of went away, but now coming back was that you could go travel to all these hotels and not have all these blackout dates and restrictions, and you can go see things
exactly.
for employees. So for me, I think you hit it. I think that was a good one. And the training, I've seen a lot of training going on with a lot of new training tools, and I
Mhm.
think that's a good one. Really think we
Mhm.
hit it. We got Kate joining us again. Kate, good to see
Good
you from
morning.
Charleston, South Carolina. Welcome back, Sarah. I think you hit it
Woo-hoo.
on the head with workforce development. She's been pleasantly surprised by retention efforts, and Kate is on. She's our reporter on the streets, I like to say. She's always giving us good feedback.
Are you true? We love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I've seen it too. I feel like there is less, I won't say less stress, a different stress now. Before it was really like we're overwhelmed, we can't handle these things. And there's still like that in some hotels that I walk through. But
Yeah.
others you can feel like a little bit better. They're more staffed, they have these friendly faces. But still mixed. I think we still have some work to do.
There's definitely been a shift. I feel in just going across the country, some employees feel happier in general. So whatever's being done, employees definitely feel happier at work, whether they're getting more of a work-life balance, whether they're getting more perks at work, whether they're getting paid more, whatever it is. In general, I'm feeling that like staff is happier, and that's a good thing.
All right. I like it. Let's see what the next one is. I'm nervous now. These are got me nervous.
I'm nervous.
So a big trend I think will start to really take off this year is truly embracing AI and automation in a lot of back of or say heart of house areas.
Okay, sure, sure.
I was playing with a couple of tools, and it's sad to say I think a lot of jobs will. No one likes saying that they're going to get replaced when they're at the properties and the companies, but those jobs will get replaced. They may not fire you, but if there's a job opening, I think that a lot of like the directors of purchasing positions and people who do a lot of the inventories manually and all these things that have been like checklists and papers for the longest time. I hate
Yeah.
saying it to a lot of you, all of my friends. I think you got to pick up some new skills or learn how to use this very quickly because it's putting the power of ordering and inventories and these things that would take hours and hours and hours at big resorts where you can do them in seconds now. And so I see that happening, which is good because you become way more efficient, right? It keeps the cost down for hotel guests traveling, so the rates don't keep going up is the hope,
Yeah.
right? You get more efficient and don't have to have so many expensive salaries and things can do more for service. But I see that in heart of house areas. I've seen now 3 different companies that are growing. They've raised money. They're getting a lot more hotels, and those hotels are making those changes. So I think the AI and automation will now be getting used because even last year, asking people if they were using any AI tools, they'd be like, kind of. Like I used
Okay. Yeah.
I
Wait.
think, man, I think, hey, Junior, good to see you. All right, my prediction from last year, I'm pretty impressed with how many people now are using AI tools because last
Same.
year you walk into a room and you would have a quarter or half, and now you'd be surprised people haven't tried something, and it's built
Totally.
into everything now,
It
right?
is.
It is built into everything. I was just using our new revenue management tools, and it gives me AI updates, and here's what you should be looking at, and here's the trends. And I know in hotels they're using it more and more for all different kind of things, and that was really what I was excited about. Not replacing people; it's getting people back on the floor so they're not
Yeah.
spending all that time in the office. But the other thing we did see, and we covered a couple of times, was all the layoffs at corporate places, right? And the corporate positions, you have too many layers now, and those things, oh, there you go. Travel jobs hit by AI. You have too many corporate roles. You have too many repeatable things that now you're powered by AI. You don't have those jobs. So I feel like I was pretty on point. I don't know. I just really, but we were talking about this backstage. There's a lot of AI slop now hitting the airwaves and getting
there is
social. Started annoying me, and I thought we were having some predictions. This show, I have some predictions for next year. But let's see this. Travel companies citing or implying AI-related layoffs. You see it. Lufthansa, gigantic, Booking, TripAdvisor, Expedia. It's coming. Like it will continue to only to speed up because it's doing so many more things. I see it in my world. It's using it every day. If you're not using it every day, you need to be because you're going to get left behind. So I still believe it. And so Christelle's saying, looking forward to the new Nora Hotel in West Palm Beach, a 200 property with as their new GM. She's amazing and true believer in workforce development combined with the use of AI. Can't wait for the fall of 2026.
Yeah.
We have to maybe make a road show.
Oh, wait, what is this that Junior says? The full autonomous hotel in Vegas? Well, I'll be there later next week. So maybe over the holidays, I'll check it out, Junior. Thanks for the tip on that. That'll be interesting.
So being happy holidays to you as well. Yeah, I think it will continue more and more. I mean, I saw it like going to the Delta Lounge. I didn't need to talk to anybody. You just scan your code and put your credit card in, and the green light goes on, and just head on in. But let's see what happens. I think it will be a benefit in the end. It's just going to shake up a lot of positions.
Yeah. Sure. I know. I definitely think, I mean, we're in the middle of it. We haven't seen the end of the shakeup and the changes and how it's going to continue to be implemented. I mean, look, at the end, also on top of things, it didn't help that the economy was not exactly all rosy and sparkling this year. So I think that sort of expedited the layoffs because it's like, well, we just got to figure out and like just use AI for that. So yeah, there's a lot of changes, but I do think, you know, if you continue to educate yourself in terms of just using AI and technology in a different way, you know, it's like when we went from Rolodexes to using Google in the world of
we got the David Turk coming in on YouTube, my bro. In Tokyo, Japan, a lot of AI services in the hotels that help with check-in, check-out, and room service. Allows for staff to be more accessible to customers. That's what I want to hear more of, David. And I can't wait to catch up this week and see all the stuff he went through in Tokyo. He just got back from 3 weeks over there.
Ooh, I might need to pick his brand. I might be there in January, so we'll see.
All right, well, that was a good one. Let's see what's next.
All right.
Roll it.
One of the trends that I feel like is just even happening even more. Hold on, I have my notes here. Where'd it go? Is really, and I've seen this in a lot of properties, really leaning into like revenue diversification of multi-use spaces. So really leaning into whether it's like the lobby bar or different offerings that really will drive revenue in different ways. I know that we were seeing a lot of that prior to the pandemic. I know that, you know, again, it all depends on market, but again, it's also an element of leaning into this other trend that we've just seen, and arguably an overused word, but it is what it is, experiential. And really for hotel owners looking and being like, how can we make every inch of this property an experience? So it's not just the room, not just the pool, not just the restaurant, but like, how can we really just like raise the bar all the way around?
You hit it.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if that was necessarily a groundbreaking prediction. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely seen more of that happening across the board, and we're going to continue to see more of that. Which, yeah,
I agree. And I can just say, I know there's a lot of companies out there. I'm always gonna give my friends at Real Time Reservation a shout out because they're powering every single area of a hotel to make it bookable and be able to turn it into experiences. There's other competitors out there. There's like 3 or 4 out there doing the same thing as well. And I see them. And basically, I'll say this prediction show, but there are even more things that will be coming out that you can book. And I'm excited to see how prices change up and down for everything in a hotel, just like a hotel room. Right? So You want
Yes.
that table, you want that cabana, you want that chair by the pool, you want that chair by the beach, you want that kids camp a spot. Everything will be priced out like that very soon.
Yeah. Well, and it kind of goes back to like your prediction as well as this unique and boutique stays. So the unique element is, and it's not just necessarily, outdoors or tree houses, but it's how these boutique hotels can just have a more unique experience in and throughout their property. So, yeah, I just feel like it's going to continue to grow. And what I love, and I use this as an example. I don't think I mentioned it before, but one of the last properties I worked at was in London, West Hollywood in Beverly Hills. And what they did was such a smart thing. They had this giant room that was like a huge, like it was basically a storage area. And the general manager, and this was years ago, so before the pandemic, had the chance to like, they're going to redo this room. What should they do with it? And maybe somebody else would have been like, oh, we'll create another ballroom space. And he's like, no, we're going to create a screening room. And it was a 110 person screening room. And by that one decision, they ended up taking like almost half of the film junket business that was in Los Angeles, because before it was just at the Four Seasons. Now people had options. And because they had a 110 person screening room, that was also very different. So point is, know your market and you can use the space so wisely, and it can be a complete game changer for a property.
I like that. You said screening room.
Yeah.
And you also said screaming room. I think we need a screaming room in certain hotels. I would walk in there.
Screaming room.
I would scream in there and just be able to maybe smash a couple of things. I like that. Good job, Sarah. New idea.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Let's get to our last one here, okay?
But we talked about this in a prior show, and I think this will continue more because I find myself doing it, is that revenge travel 2.0, where people will continue to book bucket list experiences and luxury destinations. You see more and more luxury hotels being built. There's so many on deck to be opened in unique places, and people are already booking up these places and getting on wait lists to go visit them, like in the deserts. And in Miami Beach now, we have all these ultra luxury places that are scheduled to open in the next 12 to 24 months, and they're already starting. So it's really amazing to see that people are still spending on the right places, right? They're really willing to spend it on the right places. And I'm doing it this year. My brother's getting married and happens to be in Buenos Aires, but we're planning a trip around that. So we're going to go down there, see what's going on in the other areas around there. And that's
I love that.
I would normally do.
Wow. Oh,
It's a new one. It's funny. I was very excited. My eyes were big about that one. So
yeah.
I think we hit it on that one. I feel like I did a lot of that. I traveled a lot this year. You went to a lot of cool places. At least on this show, we did a lot of that. But we could see every time we reported what category was the category that was doing the best there. Do you remember what category of hotel room?
With ultra luxury.
Ultra luxury. People are spending that money.
Yeah, that money. That's ultra luxury. Sure. Oh my gosh.
We saw it across the board. And of course, now people are leaning into that. They're going to those. You work with a lot of those people, and they're spending like there is no tomorrow on certain rooms because they want that experience. And they want to make sure they're taken care of, and that will continue. In Miami Beach, they're opening up. All these hotels are now opening. It's just amazing to see all the things. The Andaz proper open, Andaz and proper. And now we have Delano opening in March, which is going to come back. And there's just a bunch of things. Amman is under construction. It's just amazing to see.
Hear me out. Miami is the hottest city in the United States right now. It's like the one with the most buzz. It's just like, it's more, for sure. Hands down, it is the hottest large city in the US right now, for sure.
Yeah, I can feel it here. Art Basel just passed, and it was
Did you survive?
It was packed here. It was bananas, which I loved. I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
Some people hate it. I love it. I took my kids to go see some of this art because it's like everyone from the world comes here to see it. It's in our backyard. Let's go see it. Some people hate on it because like the parties and all that stuff, but it's cool. It's cool to see.
When people get caught up in bashing big cities for different things, and they're like, oh gosh, this, that. I mean, even in Los Angeles, it's like, oh, they all like celebrities or this or that. And it's like, that's kind of like part of the fabric of it. And you also take you create your own experience in that city. So, oh yeah, is
Puzzle,
it?
musically,
Yeah, see,
F1, World Cup. Yeah, I know. This place is rocking, and it's going to continue with the holidays coming up now too. It's even more
yeah,
bananas.
no,
Um,
it's
but,
crazy.
but I think I know this is a little off topic, but those bucket list things, like I'm already seeing it. World Cup, like 'cause we
Yeah,
manage many vacation homes. All of a sudden, they announced the World Cup games, and
yeah,
right away, all of our homes started booking up in June.
that's
So we started
amazing.
raising the prices up. It's amazing
Yeah,
to see how many people are coming. Uh,
good.
and we were prepped, but it's just amazing. People are willing to spend on those experiences that they can share and have those memories. And shout out to David, who's I know watching. We had a great time in Buenos Aires
Oh,
for your wedding, which was a one of a kind wedding. So it was amazing.
that's awesome. Yeah, Buenos Aires is always a amazing, incredible destination. Yeah, what a I think we did pretty good with these
I think we did great. Now I'm
predictions.
nervous. Like I don't know if we can go back to back years making such good predictions. We did really well.
I think we can. I think we have our finger on the pulse of things.
And we're out and about. We're seeing things. And now that I've
Um,
been in the airports a lot these last 5 months, 6 months, I have some prediction in the airports. I'm seeing a lot of construction in these airports.
yeah, for sure.
I was a little hint on one of my predictions, and I got some other things I want to talk about that I want people to do, but I don't know if
I
I
know. I've got a prediction on bucket list trips, but
can.
we'll get into that.
All right. I
Oh,
like it. So should we
see.
jump into what our real-time recap?
Yeah, exactly. What have you seen out there on the streets of hospitality?
Oh my gosh. On the streets, I will
Yeah,
say I've been in
right.
some small towns these last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
have.
in a small town in Texas, and then I was in Brevard, North Carolina. And there's something that I'm starting to feel good about in these small towns because we both live in big cities. But this small town hospitality, I like it. People are very friendly. We open the
Mhm.
door, they want to know about you. They want to talk to you. They want to take care of you. I had one lady, and it's got her restaurant. She took our order, then made the food, and then brought it out to
Oh,
us. And I was just like, man, I love this lady, just like in the small town in Martindale, Texas. And then same thing in Brevard. We went to this cool restaurant that was French, Italian, Southern, and they
yeah.
just
Okay.
created it and was delicious. And it was in an old home and was great. And so that's what I'm seeing out there is I think that something with these small towns I want to explore a little bit more
I
across the
love that.
country.
I love that. No, that's great. It's interesting. I saw and because I traveled, like the last time I was traveling was over the actual holiday. And I was traveling with my mother, which is just hilarious in and of itself. I mean, just think it's like me, like times two. So funny. What she kept going around. She was like, "Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving," and I was like, "All right, Mom." Like she was looking for people to say Happy
Ah,
to.
she's so nice.
Letting it happen organically. But what was very cool was being like watching it because of course I'm like, "Mom," but I'm watching it and how it would just brighten people's faces. You know what I mean? Like she'd say that to like the janitor and they were like, "Oh, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you." And it was cute and it's this reminder it just pays to just go a little bit out of your way to check in with people that whether it's to say happy holidays or this or that, whatever it is, and people really appreciate it. So, because it helps them they feel seen, and we all know
I have
what that
one, yeah, I have one on that because now you're with
yeah,
your mom, I was with my kids, and we went. Starbucks is changing their stores little by little. Their CEO's trying their best, right?
yeah,
And there's a Starbucks that we go to pretty often, and they made this change. And beforehand, it was really fast food, like take your order, toss it
yeah,
out of there. And this
totally.
Starbucks on 41st Street going to Miami Beach, okay?
Okay.
They've changed and they added newer furniture and more like lounge. But something that changed there is everyone working there had a giant smile on their face and was really friendly. And they would say, like, if you walked in with your dog, Sarah, so good to see you again with your dog. Like they knew people. I was looking like, where is this? Where am I right now? They
Interesting,
knew people that came up to us after we ordered. How is everything? Everything okay? Can we get you anything? And so I
interesting.
told my daughter, I was like, it feels different in here. And Sophia's like, yeah, it feels really different. And I said, what do you think it is? She's like, well, a lot of people are smiling, people are friendly. And I said, should we thank them? She's like, no, don't do that. I was like, no, we're gonna thank them. And so we went up to Brittany, who is the manager. I said, you guys are doing a great job in here. I could feel the difference. She's like, oh my gosh, you guys are so nice. Thank you so much. We're trying our best to make it really a fun place to hang out. And I was like, well, I don't know where I am. This is not a regular Starbucks. And so my daughter
Wow.
and son saw that and were like, wow, you really made her day. I was like, yeah, you could do that too, just by thanking people and telling them they're doing a great job. And that was all.
I love that your daughter noticed and that you guys could have that conversation about that.
What do you notice
That's
here? What do you
amazing.
see?
Oh my gosh. Wait, we have to do a quick shout out to Jeremy. Jeremy, welcome back. It has been a while. So happy to have you back on the live. That's amazing. So yeah, it's so good. It's so good to see all you familiar. By the way, we love when you guys join and chime in. So please continue to do that. It's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been great. I love seeing everybody here. I love that you were all sharing our predictions. Thank you for all the comments. I won't be here next week. Listen, I love you all. I love you all. But it's my kids' holiday show, and I'm going to be there.
Oh, no, you have to be super dad. So, yeah, that being said, wow, Steve, this is your last show of the year.
I don't know what I'm going to do. What are we going to do? I like checking in and laughing and talking to everybody that comes in here with everybody.
I'll send you a video note. There you go. Thank you. Kidding. We'll be like, good morning. No.
Yeah, you and Katie Klein. Come send it on over.
So Steve won't be with us next week, but we've got the fabulous Miss Katie Klein, always fun and down to join us. She'll be joining me, so you'll have two fun blondes. Oh yeah, two blondes on whatever. I'm not gonna.
Hold on.
Not that type of show. Two blondes, a whole lot of travel news. That's what I meant. Come on, guys. I don't know where you went. Whatever. So join us next week, because next week will actually be the last show of this year before we come back in January, and there'll be some differences. I'll have a bit of a different background by then, so we'll see. It'll be fun.
2026, big things ahead. I can feel it.
It will be. It'll be great. So fun show today. Excellent job on the predictions. You definitely hit the nail on the head. I'm excited for next. Yeah. There we go. Ding, ding, guys. Oh gosh. But this will be great. So be sure to join us next week, and we'll have a nice wrap up for the year.
Yeah, listen, guys, we covered a lot of fun things here. If you thought this was a fun show, make sure to share it with one of your friends. They're going to have fun with us too. The more people we get in this community, the better it is. We love sharing this time with all you. But until next year.
For you.
Stay hospitable.
Yes. Stay hospitable.